Kashmir. That time Mahaprabhu was 16 years old boy, and Mahaprabhu teachings to students. And everyone knows the Mahaprabhu is very intelligent and no one can defeat him. And Pandit Samaj of Navadvip, they cannot face Kesav Kasmiri because Kesav Kasmiri was Kesav Kasmiri had got mercy of Saraswati Devi. Then no one can defeat him. And Navadvip Pandit, they think when Saraswati herself coming for debating, who will face her? And they was very disturbed and afraid to meet with Kesav Kasmiri. And they arranged some way, if Nimai Pandit, who always defeating us, if Kesav Kasmiri will go front of Nimai Pandit, then we can see what will be. They have some hope the Nimai Pandit can defeat. But no one facing Kesav Kasmiri. Kasmiri means he come from Kashmir. And Kesav is his name. Then no one trying to face with Kesav Kasmiri, and he was some disappointed. Yeah, I come to debate with the Navadvip Pandit and I want to defeat them, but no one coming in front of me, whom shall I defeat? And he is thinking, everyone is very afraid to me. And in the meantime, evening, he went to Ganges with his and that time Mahaprabhu, he is taking class, teaching his students in the bank of Ganges. Every day Mahaprabhu is doing that, evening. In the meantime, Kesav passing that Mahaprabhu's and he had seen from far, there one Pandit, he is teaching hundreds of students, and he heard name of Mahaprabhu, Nimai Pandit, and he think he is Nimai Pandit, I think so. You ask. Then he told his associates, they go and ask who is he. And he has got answer, yes, he is Nimai Pandit. Then Kesav Kasmiri went to see Nimai Pandit, and Nimai Pandit stand up to see him and immediate invite him, please come, you are great Pandit, you come from this district. So many glorification. And Kesav Kasmiri asked what your teachings. Your teachings, the Kolab Bhakaran, the grammar, Sanskrit grammar you were teaching to your students. I heard your conversation with students, and Mahaprabhu said yes. Then Mahaprabhu given much honor to Kesav Kasmiri and told, when you are here, you please glorify kindness with your own some capacity. We will be very satisfied to hear from you. This way, then Kesav Kasmiri was happy and start 100 slok. He composed immediate and glorified Ganges. Then Mahaprabhu said to Kesav Kasmiri, oh, only Saraswati Devi can do like this. No one can do. You are so great. But please explain one sloka, some one sloka, because like thunder you told, and we heard, but no one can understand meanings. Well, if you explain some sloka, then we shall be more satisfied and happy. And Kasmiri, in the joking mood, he told, what sloka? I told 100 sloka. The what sloka he wants to hear explanation from me. Then Kesav Kasmiri, Mahaprabhu said, this sloka you can. And Kesav Kasmiri was surprised. Like a thunder, I told sloka, and immediately I composed. But which way this boy, he memorized this sloka. Mahattam Gangaya Sadatamidama Bhati Mitara Jadisa Sri Vishnu's Charan Kamalotpatti Subhaga. This sloka. Then Kesav Kasmiri told, which way you memorize this sloka? Huh? And Mahaprabhu said, you have got boon from Mother Saraswati, then you are Digvijaya Pandit. And someone, maybe, mercy of Mother Saraswati, can memorize, will get some memory. I have got that, wants to say, but that way not. Someone can do that by the grace of Mother Saraswati. And Kesav Kasmiri, after hearing that sloka, then Mahaprabhu said, you please explain and say what is wrong inside and what is very good quality inside of the sloka. And Kasmiri was a little disturbed. He told me, there is nothing wrong. What I told, that is, you can think it is come from Veda. Veda never said wrong, and from my mouth what coming, that is like Veda, order. You will get order like Veda. There is nothing wrong. But some fine point is inside there, like ornament. But which way you will understand that ornamental explanation, because you are a Sanskrit grammar teacher. It is ornamental matter. And Mahaprabhu said, yes, I not read ornamental part, but I heard. And I have memory, then I can understand something, if you say. Then Digvijaya said, no, here is nothing wrong. Mahaprabhu said, oh, wrong is possible everywhere, because Kalidas, Bhavabhuti, even Vedabhyas, he also doing sometimes wrong compose. Then wrong is possible everywhere. And Kasmiri was disturbed and said, no, it is impossible. What I told, that is perfect. And Mahaprabhu said, please, you tell what is wrong and what is right there. Then Kasmiri was disturbed and told, can you explain what is wrong inside? And Mahaprabhu said, if you are not angry, then I can say. And Kesav Kasmiri said, yes, you tell what is wrong inside. Then Mahaprabhu said, here is 5 wrong and 5 glorification right. 5 quality is very good quality and 5 is wrong. They are misunderstanding coming. Then Kesav Kasmiri wants to debate and cannot debate with Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu told this is point. And 5 round fight Mahaprabhu told. And 5 good quality Mahaprabhu told. And Kesav Kasmiri wants to debate but cannot debate. With Mahaprabhu, he defeated. What he wants to say, and Mahaprabhu immediate cutting his reason. And finally he defeated. And he cannot talk like that. And he was surprised. Devi Saraswati must be angry today with me, otherwise Saraswati, why make this and defeated me by this young Pandit? Must be Saraswati was angry. I shall go to my shelter there, and I shall do Aradhana today when I worship Saraswati and wants to know what fact. And Mahaprabhu said, when he is defeated, Mahaprabhu, all the students, they was very happy, and they are showing some insulting tone. And Mahaprabhu said, no, he is great Pandit, and why you are doing nonsense? And he folded hand, apologized on behalf of the student. Yeah, you are great Pandit, today maybe your health is not well, today your mind is not. Tomorrow we shall meet again, and we shall discuss about many things. And today you go and take rest. And Kesav Kasmiri, unhappily, he left that place and went in his camp and worshipped Saraswati, Mother Saraswati, and slept. Then Mother Saraswati came in a dream and told, yeah, who is my master, my Lord? He was in your front and you are so fortunate that you have seen his darshan, his mercy you have got. This is the real result to worship me, and today I given that result to you. That Digvijaya Pandit is not an ordinary man, you cannot understand, because no one can defeat me except my master. Then you can understand he is my master, and you go and take shelter to his lotus feet, and he will give you as good as possible for you. Immediate, not to hesitate, not to think this is dream. You go to Digvijaya Pandit and take shelter to Digvijaya Pandit. And he is Narayan, Sakshat Narayan. Then Kesav Kasmiri early in the morning went to the Mahaprabhu's house and knocked the door. And Mahaprabhu opened the door and have seen the Kesav Kasmiri. He come. Then Mahaprabhu said, oh Pandit, you are here. Oh no, not to make illusion. I worshipped Mother Saraswati and Saraswati said you are Narayan, and please you bestow your mercy upon me. And Sattanga Dandavat he done, surrendered to Mahaprabhu. Then Mahaprabhu then asked, now what shall I do? What is my duty? You please tell me, etc., etc. Some advice, give what is good for my life. Then Mahaprabhu said, Je Digvijaya Koriba Vidyar Karcho Nahi, Ishwar Bhagile Sei Vidya Satya Hai. I shall defeat whole world, this is not the result of the Vidya. Vidya means? Knowledge.
Learning.
Knowledge will give real connection with transcendental world. And that connection coming from the grace of Mother Saraswati, and that you have got, you know, try to understand, only all the jivas also, only one duty, they will serve Lord Krishna. Ishwar bhajiti sei vidya sattva hai. If with our whole we'll try to satisfy Lord, that is our main duty, and for that we will get proper result of the education. Education giving advice to satisfy Lord. Mandiya bujo deho chariya cholile, dhanva paurush kichu sange nahi chale. Etike mahanto sab satko parihari, kore nishwar seva dৃঢ়চিত্ত kori. Etike chariya vipra sakala janjal, Sri Krishna charan giya, bhaja sakal. সেই সে বিদ্যার ফল জানিও নিশ্চয়, কৃষ্ণপাদ পদ্মে যাতে চিত্তবৃত্ত নয়। মহা উপদেশ এই কহিল তোমারে, সবে কৃষ্ণ ভক্তি সত্য অনন্ত সংসার। This is my advice to you. You try to satisfy Lord Krishna. Yeah. And for that, all the rishis, munis, they are trying to do that, and this is only duty for the jiva souls to satisfy their Lord Sri Krishna, and you do that, and you will be fully satisfied with that. Etike chariya vipra sakal janjal, Sri Krishna charan giya bhaja sakal. মহা উপদেশ এই কহিল তোমার, সবে কৃষ্ণ ভক্তি সত্য অনন্ত সংসার। And the devotion to Lord Krishna, this is the highest goal of our life, and we shall do that. We shall make it, try with our whole energy, etc. etc. Mahaprabhu advised to Kesav Kasmiri, and Kesav Kasmiri gone back from Navadvip to his country, Kashmir. I cannot explain today in English, because my English is not coming good. Anyhow, this is now I forgot all the slogans. I had something I remember. Mahattam Gangaya Satatamidama Bhati Vikarani Gadisa Sri Vishnu's Charanakama Utpatti Surya. তারপরে কি দ্বিতীয় শ্রী লক্ষ্মী ইব সুরনরচ্চ চরণা ভবানী ভক্তুর্যা Tadhuda Guna. This is slow. There are 5 is wrong and 5 is right quality inside that, and ornamental, etc. Mahaprabhu explained that. It is in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Gurudev given that.
So, if Mahaprabhu then advised him to worship Lord Krishna and become a devotee of Krishna, and did he? I heard something that he then became a teacher in another Sampradaya or something?
No.
Nothing like
No.
Nimbaka or something
No,
like that?
no, that's wrong. Definitely wrong, because he was the worshipper of Saraswati, first thing. Second thing, by the mercy of Saraswati, he had got mercy of Mahaprabhu as Gaur Narayan. After getting mercy of Narayan, he not will go wrong way.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm not understanding.
No.
I heard that.
ধন্যবাদ প্রায় আমি শ্লোক পড়িল তার মধ্যে শ্লোক তুমি কইছে কণ্ঠে কইল প্রভু কায় দেবের বরে তুমি কবি বর কইছে দেবের বরে কেহ হয় শ্রুতি ধর শ্লোকের অর্থ কইল বিপ্র পাইয়া সন্তোষ প্রভু কায় কহ শ্লোকের কিবা গুণ দোষ He first explained the sloka and Mahaprabhu said, now we tell what is wrong and what is right inside. And he was disturbed. Digvijaya করিব বিদ্যার কার্য নাহি ঈশ্বর বুঝিতে সেই এটা এখানেই আছে নাকি বৃন্দাবন দাস ঠাকুর হ্যাঁ সব লীলাপতি আছে বৃন্দাবন রাস যে কিছু করিল ইহা বিশেষ প্রকার বৃন্দাবন দাস ঠাকুর in Chaitanya Bhagavad he explains and what I told poetry that is in Chaitanya Bhagavad, not Charitamrita. Charitamrita mentioned, quoting mentioned, it is in Vrindavan Das Thakur written. The writing of Vrindavan Das Thakur existed.
Which part, Maharaj?
Adi Leela, Digvijaya Joy, defeat of Digvijaya.
It's not mentioned there which were the five good qualities and the five. That is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Yes, it is mentioned here. In Chaitanya Charitamrita. That not given Vrindavan Das Thakur. Then necessary to take both from half, from Chaitanya Bhagavad, half from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Radalamkaravadkatmam dosajukchid vibhushitam sadvapu sundaram api sitrena ikena durbhagam. Pancha alankar, five ornament, two sabdalankar, three artha alankar, Sri Lakshmi Pade Punarukta Vadabhas, প্রথম চরণে পঞ্চতকারের পাঁতি, তৃতীয় চরণে হয় পঞ্চরেপস্থিতি, চতুর্থ চরণে চারি ভকার প্রকাশ, অতএব সপ্তালঙ্কার অনুপ্রাস। আর দোষ হচ্ছে যে দ্বিতীয় চরণে নাই, এটা হচ্ছে দোষ। এইটা আমি শিখেছিলাম ছোট মনে আছে, যে যখন অনুপ্রাস দেয়া হবে তারও একটা পদ্ধতি আছে, যে প্রথম লাইনে অনুপ্রাস হবে, দ্বিতীয় লাইনে অনুপ্রাস হবে, দিয়ে যদি চতুর্থ লাইনে হয় আর তৃতীয় লাইনে না থাকে তাহলে সেটা হবে একটা দোষ। যখন ইয়ে করতাম কি বলে সেইগুলো চর্চা করতাম আর কি সেই সময় মহাপ্রভুর এই যে দোষটা ধরেছিল এইটা আমার সেই সময় মাথায় ঢুকে দিয়েছিল যে দিগ্বিজয়ের ওটা একটা চরণেতে নাই আর তিনটে চরণেতে আছে ওটা একটা দোষ আছে ভবানী ভট্টু শব্দ দিলে পাইয়া সন্তোষ বিরুদ্ধমতিকৃত নাম এই মহাদেব ভবানী শব্দে কয়ে মহাদেবের গৃহিণী তার ভর্তা কহিলা দ্বিতীয় ভর্তা জানি শিবপত্নীর ভর্তা ইয়া শুনিতে বিরুদ্ধমতিকৃত শব্দ শাস্ত্রে নয় শুদ্ধ ব্রাহ্মণ পত্নীর ভর্তা হস্তে দেহদান শব্দ শুনিতেই হয় দ্বিতীয় ভর্তা জ্ঞান বিভবতী ক্রিয়ায় বাক্য সাঙ্গ পুনঃবিশেষণ অদ্ভুত গুণা এই পুনরাত্ম দূষণ একবার শেষ করে ফেললো সেন্টেন্সটাকে শেষ করে দিল বিভবতী ভবানী ভট্টুর যা শিরসী বিভবতী তারপরে আবার অদ্ভুত গুণা এটা পুনরাত্ম পদাভ্যাস পুনরাত্ম দোষ মানে পুনরায় আবার ঘুরে এলো ওখানে ওই শব্দটাকে একাকী শব্দটাকে ফেলে দেওয়া হলো ক্রিয়া দেওয়ার পরে যে আবার একটা শব্দ ব্যবহার করা হলে তার মানে ওকে পুনরায় ওকে ফিরিয়ে নিয়ে আসে এটা একটা দোষ শ্রীযুক্ত লক্ষ্মী অর্থের বিবেক পুনরুক্ত বলা আবাসে সপ্তালঙ্কার লক্ষ্মী দিব অর্থালঙ্কার উপমা প্রকাশ আর অর্থালঙ্কার আছে নাম বিরোধাভাস গঙ্গাতে কমল জন্মে সবার শুভ কমলে গঙ্গার জন্ম অত্যন্ত বিরোধ ইহা বিষ্ণুপাদ বদমে গঙ্গার উৎপত্তি বিরোধালঙ্কার ইহার মহাচমৎকৃতি ঈশ্বর অচিন্ত শক্তি গঙ্গার প্রকাশ ইহাতে বিরোধ নাই বিরোধ আভাস যবনাশু মনায়ন্তি কৃষ্ণ নাম প্রজল্পকা and Mahaprabhu has got so much and still East Bengal people they are very attached with Mahaprabhu's pastimes more than Krishna Lila. It is not West Bengal. West Bengal people, they are attracted more than Mahaprabhu's Lila to Krishna Lila. But East Bengal people, more than Krishna Lila, they are attracted by Mahaprabhu's Lila. Because Mahaprabhu went there and he preached there. Krishna Sankirtan. And make friend. And once he make friend, still they are friend of Mahaprabhu. And we have seen also they are eating fish, etc. No problem. But they are the devotee of Mahaprabhu. What? Yes, I have to know. A Paramahansa, this world, everyone is Paramahansa. Actually, who firmly knows the Krishna consciousness is the highest goal of life for everyone and practicing Krishna consciousness. They all is Paramahansa. Because they have no other target, only one target, service to Lord Krishna. This is Krishna consciousness. they can do anything or everything, but they not leave that target. This way, consideration coming, some, and Sahajiya Sampradaya, they are taking that advantage. That is the wrong. But actually, if not, we take advantage of that. That is very perfect and right. If you dissection this body, what you will get? Some flesh, some blood, some bone, hair, etc., and nothing else inside. Inside some stool, etc. But we are attracted with this body, with these material things, with money, with man, many things. But all is useless and worthless. And no one giving any honor for that. When we are practicing Krishna consciousness, then honor coming from every corner. And now Jiva souls have got some opportunity to go his own abode, back to home. Otherwise, nothing important here. Mahaprabhu was very humble. When Digvijaya asking Mahaprabhu, yes, I think so, you are teaching the Vyakaran, grammar, Sanskrit grammar, and your conversation with the students, I understand this. This is your subject. And Mahaprabhu said, oh, what I shall teach to them? I cannot teach and they cannot understand. I cannot teach properly and they cannot understand properly. What I am doing, it is child's play. You tell some glorification. You do some glorification of Ganges, we will be very happy to hear. How much humble. When he is telling, you are master of Sanskrit grammar, I heard. Mahaprabhu said, oh, what I know? I do not know anything. I cannot teach properly and they cannot understand it. Nothing. This is the expression of Mahaprabhu. Very nice, no? He, 1 hour, 100 flute he made. And Mahaprabhu said, oh, you are like thunder, you told the slokas, only you know the meanings, and Saraswati may know. Very humble. অবিমিষ্ট বিধেয়াংশ তুই ঠাঁই চিহ্ন বিরুদ্ধমতি ভগ্নক্রম পুনরাত্ম দোষিল গঙ্গার মহত্ব শ্লোকে মূল বিধেয় ইদং শব্দে অনুবাদ পাচে তো বিধেয় বিধেয় আগে কই পাচে কই অনুবাদ এই লাগি শ্লোকের অর্থ করিয়াছে বা দ্বিতীয় শ্রীলক্ষ্মী ইহা দ্বিতীয়ত্ব বিধেয় সমাসে গৌণ হইল শব্দার্থ গেল দ্বিতীয় শব্দ বিধেয় তাহা পড়িল সমাসে লক্ষ্মীর সমতা অর্থ করিল বিনাশে अविमिष्ट विधियांशे दोषनाम आय दोषांशु सावधान भवानी भट्टु शब्द दिले पाइया संतोष बिल नामे महाप्रभु भवानी भट्टु चा शिरसि विभवत्तमुक्त गुणा महत्तं गंगाया सतमुनितमा भाति निद्राम जदीशा श्री विष्णुश्चरण कमलोत्पत्ति शुभका द्वितीय श्री लक्ष्मी इनिवसुर नरैरच्छ चरण भवानी भर्तुर्चा शिरसि विभवत् तद्भुत गुणा जियात कैशोर चैतन्यो मूर्तिमत्ता गृहाश्रमा लक्कार्ची तूथ बगदेव्या दिशांग जोई जय छलात वैयाकरण तुम्ही नाही पढ़ो अलंकार तुम्ही की जानिबे এই কবিত্বের সাথ প্রভু করে অতএব পুছিয়ে তোমারে বিচারিয়া গুণদোষ বুঝাও আমার নাহি পড়ি অলঙ্কার করিয়াছি শ্রবণ তাতে শ্লোকে দেখি বহু দোষ কবি কয়ে কহ দেখি কোন দোষ গুণদোষ কয়ে কহিনি শুনো না করি রোষ पंचदोष এই শ্লোকে पंच अलंकार क्रमे आमी कई शुरू करा विचार अविनिष्ट विधेयांश वृद्धमति की गंगार महत्व सर्वे इत्यादि इत्यादि इत्यादि
immediate the pain or suffering. So how we can adjust?
Adjustment
Means-
what kind of adjustment?
Means how is, because we know everything coming from previous, but what we see from Vaishnava Parad, it is from immediate action.
Previous also Vaishnava Parad possible. If previous Vaishnava Parad we have, that action also will get. And immediate means we are chanting or practicing, but making Vaishnava Parad, that result immediate coming to us, and we are becoming atheistic, not atheistic. We are becoming atheistic. The result of Vaishnava Parad, we become atheistic. नास्तिकता टाइप से कार्य करते बचाव के विचार অ্যাডজাস্টমেন্ট বলতে কি বলছেন
এটা it is not মানে previous কর্ম হচ্ছে না immediate
কর্ম always happening. What happened 5 minutes before that previous. Karma always happening. Karma means action. পূর্বজন্মের যেটা আছে তার ফলেতে আমার এই দেহটা হয়েছে তা সেটা কোন পূর্বজন্ম that's also depending upon which one. We have several before birth. Several type of before birth, but as a result of which birth, that I do not know. They are depending upon importance of that birth. কোনোটা একটু পিছিয়ে পড়ে থাকবে, কোনোটা একটু এগিয়ে আসবে। But we have got this birth, previous karma given that to us. And now what we are doing, that passing, day by day passing, they are good and bad we are doing, and that result also following us, that result also following us. And if there is any very bad and more bad if previous karma, then that will come at once and it will go back. But Vaishnava Aparad, we can see that result come as Nityananda Prabhu and that Khan, Ramchandra Khan, and Nityananda Prabhu's character, there we can see that result, immediate result come, because it is offense to the Nityananda Prabhu, not ordinary Vaishnava. But if it is ordinary Vaishnava, that also can go back, and like Nityananda Prabhu's offense to Nityananda Prabhu, that will come forward more. It is depending upon person and quality and activity, actually. The quality of offense. And Nityananda Prabhu, to Nityananda Prabhu, it's come an immediate result, you can see. But always not coming immediate result.
To Haridas also immediate.
Yeah, Haridas also immediate result coming.
Gurudev, I've heard that even a child, a little baby, he will be suffering a reaction to his karma. And we've seen actually in Sokel, there was one little boy, and he kicked a madanga, and then I saw immediately he almost was like thrown against the wall within a second or two, and he started to cry. But the question I have is, when we are coming to Krishna consciousness, it is said we are doing the same things as the ordinary person, but because we are offering those actions to the Lord, then we don't worry about the karma. The karma, just surrender to me and don't worry about it. But still that karma will come to us. Still the result will come to us from our actions involving Krishna consciousness.
Everything within consciousness, first necessary to know. That baby have no consciousness, he will kick mridanga or not. There is offense not will be so strong. And if he is hit by wall, that may be ordinary karma. Because he do not know what is offense and what is not. First thing. And maybe within 5 years, what they will do, that is excusable, told in the scriptures. But after 5 years, what consciousness they will get, their judgment will come over that. This is general thing. And that baby hit, it is natural action-reaction matter. We cannot say it is strong aparad, offense. May not be offense there. All existing within consciousness. Consciously he make offense, that offense is very bad. We know the good aparad is very bad. After knowing that if we do good aparad, that is very dangerous. And if we do not know, their little excuse will come to us. Then all depending upon consciousness. What kind of consciousness you have, it is depending upon that. I know he is a Vaishnava and cutting his head, then that result will be another time.
If we see someone doing something a little wrong though, I'm thinking sometimes, even though we know some reaction may come to, maybe better not to say, because if we say something, they may take offense and go away from the mission. So I'm not saying.
Rules and regulation, what we have, we will try to follow that. If anyone will go out of that, we will stick within that. That is natural. This world is reactionary. Everywhere reaction must come. And that is karma reaction. Reaction of karma. But reaction of offense, that is more dangerous. And that is existing in consciousness. When I know it is very bad, still I am doing, that is bad, more bad. And that bad, he do not know. Bad তুমি হরিণ মারো অল্প দোষ তোমার কদর্থ নদী আমারও এ দুঃখ আবার The hunter, deer hunter, they are killing horin. That is excusable because his birth as a deer hunter and seller of meat, of deer, then he is not strongly getting a reaction. For him reaction is little less reaction. But when he is half dead doing and deer doing chatpat and he is enjoying, that is very bad. Narad Goswami said, যে bad তুমি হরিণ মারো অল্প দোষ তোমার অল্প দোষ এখানে কি করে বলছেন because he has that business, his earning source is that he will go and he will hunt the deer and he will sell the flesh of deer. That is his lifestyle category. Then there is some excuse. But when he is killing the deer and half dead, deer getting much trouble, that is not good. Narad Goswami said. Kadarthana, it is called Kadarthana. And that man said, I am enjoying when they are doing chatpat, I am enjoying. And Narad said, this is very bad. তুমি একবারে মেরে ভালো তবু তোমার ইয়া হবে you kill at a time that you will get some excuse for that because it is your family business, life saving business.
Dharma? Not dharma. Not like dharma.
No, dharma not. It is
The business.
it is business.
Cultural background.
Cultural background, like saving, life-saving business. And deer hunter, they are only. Any day they will get deer, then that flesh, that meat, he will sell and he will get some money. Through that, buy some rice, etc. etc. সব জায়গাতেই consciousness আছে. Everywhere consciousness is existent. And value will come through consciousness. Otherwise everything is offensive. Breathing also offensive. We are taking the oxygen and there is so many things, insects, etc. What is giving us life? Oxygen cell giving us life. That's also we have no right to take. But without that we not will alive. And some excuse given, যে ক্ষুদ্র জন্তু রণশিষ্যাৎ সহস্রেণ অঞ্জলির যত, যে within this anjali, it's called anjali, within this 1000 is accommodate. If you kill, there is no sin. It is in Vyakaran, in Sanskrit grammar, Digvijaya Pandit is written it. In Sanskrit grammar. But he written it, but they not will get any reaction through that? Yes, they will get reaction, no doubt. Guru Maharaj said it. The reaction they will get, but very minimum, not countable reactions, actually. Otherwise reaction must come. And example is Shatapatra Vedana. The 100 leaves, within a second we are pushing a nail, and they are at a time nail gone to down. But there is some time difference. One leaf to another leaf to another leaf. There must some time difference. Maybe 1 second divided by 2,000 or 5,000. But that time also some difference is there.
Guru Maharaj, when we are performing some action in karma or karma or vikarma, then because of performing that action, there is given in our consciousness some tendency to repeat that action. And then when that's like a seed, and when the internal conditions, the three guru conditions are correct and the external conditions are correct, then that seed will be expressed again, and that action will come again. That desire to repeat that action will also come. But then how is that related to reaction?
That reaction must be. All actions have reaction. That may be very short and maybe a little longer. But reaction always with that. If we want to avoid that reaction, we will be dedicated. Then we can avoid the reaction. Dedicated to our Lord, and everything will go to the account of Lord. But reaction, if we will get after that, that not will come in my account, but by the grace of Lord, what is short-term promotion for my activity, that we can consider it is like that.
And higher than that, Guru Maharaj is saying, is the gopis who will say they will give their foot dust and they don't care for reaction.
Yes.
That is higher.
That is the highest conception of the gopis, because they have not owned anything. What they have within them, that all for the satisfaction of Krishna. They can stay so long, so far, or can stay so near to Krishna. But everything for the satisfaction of Krishna, they are dedicated fully. Then they have no own any interest for their own self. And through that consciousness, conception, they are given dust or anything, seed dust or anything. They do not care. They only care the satisfaction or happiness of Lord Krishna. And that is their business. That is their business. অল্প দোষ আমার কেবল মনে হতো যে এটা অল্প দোষ কি করে হয়, একজনকে মেরে ফেলা সেটা দোষই, কিন্তু ঘটনাটা হচ্ছে যে বাঁচতে হলে তাকে তো একটা জীবিকা নিতেই হবে, এই জন্য সে একটা লাইসেন্স পেয়েছে। দিস ইজ লাইসেন্স ফর হিজ লাইফ মেনটেনেন্স। Ordinary man will kill a deer and one deer hunter will kill deer. Their result will come in different time. Offense will come different way. One will get $80 fine, another will get $10 fine.
And if actor will kill deer?
Killing deer is same, But one man will get fined $10 and another will get $80.
Mr. Khan,
Huh?
is Mr. Khan, this one actor who shot the bear, the Vaishnavas, they came and arrested him or gave some complaint. One actor, Mr. Khan, a few months ago, he was killing one black deer.
Oh,
yes.
Khan not Khan.
Khan. Killing one black deer. And then the Vishnu dudes, they're coming to take him, so giving some Vaishnavas.
How Khan?
Khan.
Some Khan with 2-3 ladies went to get feeling and went to the jungle and hunt a deer, and that deer was Krishna's Mrigot, the tie.
Nice. When in Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna says that because you never envy me, I will explain this knowledge to you in another time. Because you Arjuna, you born with divine qualities. So, in my practical experience in this life, it's very difficult to change the nature of the people from their samskara. So how, still in this process of Krishna consciousness, we are supposed to change, but practically I'm not seeing that it's very possible to change radically the samskara of the jivas.
Your question is not clear.
So that when Krishna says to Arjuna, because you born with divine qualities. So in my practical experience in life is that it's very strong, the samskara, whatever we bring here, this is very strong, and it's very difficult to overcome or to change the samskara, even if we are in the spiritual process, because I'm seeing myself, I'm seeing my God brothers, very difficult to change some habits, samskara, nature, even in process of Krishna consciousness that we are supposed to change, chanting Mahamantra 20, 30 years and sadhu sangha, many things, it's still, it's so strong.
But everything will be within consciousness. If that is with us, then that change will be happily agreeable. Otherwise, change not will come immediately and not possible to leave the Kolkata easily. সেই কর্ম করায় যাতে হয় ভগবন্ধ, তথাপি বিষয়ের স্বভাব হয় মহান্ধ, সেই কর্ম করায় যাতে হয় ভগবন্ধ। হ্যাঁ, বিষয়ী, always doing some বিষয়, and if they want to leave that, they will try, but forcefully বিষয় will attract them and forcefully will try to do as he have done previously, like that.
We know that we are supposed to try and maintain the association of devotees and to give up the association of worldly people who are attracted to wealth, money, etc. But when we are going out to preach, then we are contacting these people for so many hours a day. But I'm thinking, yes, some effect must come from this interaction in our spiritual life. Our making spiritual progress may not be as rapid, but then this is our duty. This is our service to preach, to go out, to collect, to do this.
And we are doing our job, and they are getting that result from, and they are doing their job. like that, this Iron Man. Iron Man's heart melted to see the devotee. And he promised. After that, some friends or something, or some previous karma, he attacked by that. And that when come to him, and he was surprised, oh, I lose, this is really nothing good. Then he come in consciousness, previous karma consciousness, it is. Suddenly some illusion make him, that illusion is Krishna consciousness, and make him perfect. But when Krishna consciousness come back, and he again illusion his karma. And there are so many, and they are also given some help to his previous karma, and he gone back from there. সেই কর্ম করায় যাতে হয় ভববন্ধ, তথাপি বিষয়ের স্বভাব হয় মহা অন্ধ. He is a Vishayi man. But with the association of devotee, he has got some pious consciousness. But when devotee come back, again, impious nature, impious environment attacked him. And devotee can remove it by the grace of Krishna. Mahaprabhu not giving certificate to Raghunath Das Goswami's father. Father helping so much to the Vaishnavas, helping Advaitacharya Prabhu, helping so many Brahmins. But Mahaprabhu said they are Vaishnava pride. Almost Vaishnava, almost Vaishnava. Raghunath Das Goswami's father, almost Vaishnava. But not told to Raghunath Das Goswami, almost. His father is almost Vaishnava. The standard of Vaishnava, what is that Mahaprabhu conception? You can understand. They are helping the Brahmin Pandit and Vaishnava in Navadvip so many ways. Still they are not Vaishnava. Almost Vaishnava. And what is the standard of Vaishnava?